And today I'm going to work a little bit more with place value and place value city, like you saw in the previous video. Today I'm going to show you how we will use place value city here to answer some of the questions that you'll see in 5th grade. Now, of course, you will not have this chart with you all the time, and that's why we would like for you to learn the names of these different streets in place value city. I'm going to move to another slide that does not have this place value chart and show you how you'll answer questions like these using place value city. The first question I'm going to look at, one question you may see is, what is the value of a 5 in the 10,000s place? And an important word here is value. When a question is asking you about value, it wants to know what that number is worth. And like I said in that previous video, if a digit moves to a different street or a different place value, it's going to have a different value. So, of course, we're going to start with a 5, but it's got to be in the 10,000s place. And this is where knowing your place value is incredibly important. We're in whole number land, and whole number land starts with the ones, then the tens, the hundreds, the thousands, and the 10,000s. And I'm going to draw my streets here to split them up. And the question is asking, what is the value of a 5 in the 10,000s place? So I'll put my 5 in the 10,000s place. But a 5 in the 10,000s place is not just worth 5. Now I've got to figure out what it's worth. I'm going to need placeholders. I'm going to need placeholder zeros. I'm going to put zeros to hold my place all the way to the decimal. And you'll hear that in the video a little bit later, and you'll hear this as we work together. You need placeholders to the decimal. And our decimal is always after the ones place. And to just make this look a little bit cleaner, I'm going to rewrite the number. So I have a 5 with 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. And to help me read a number, I'm going to put the comma in here. And I've got a little song for you to help you remember where to put a comma. And it goes like this. A comma, a comma, a comma every 3 digits. 1, 2, 3, splash. So the value of a 5 in the 10,000s place is 50,000. That's one way that you are going to need to know, or one reason why you'll need to know the streets and place value city and how you can use it to help you. Another question you might see, or you will see, is which digit is in the thousands place? And then it gives you this number, 546,213. I'm going to rewrite the number, and I'm going to show you how place value city can help you out. So I have this number rewritten, and this is where I need to know my street names. I'm going to do something similar to what I did with the last problem. Right here is my ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands. I'm going to stop. The question's asking me about thousands. I'm going to stop here. Draw my streets to keep it organized. What digit is in the thousands place? And that's a 6. And I'm going to backtrack for a second. The difference between the question asking you about value and digit, value is what something is worth, and a digit only wants the number. So this is not, that 6 is worth 6,000, but that's not what the question is asking. It's saying what digit, so it only wants a number. What number is in the thousands place? A 6. Now we're going to go into decimal land with this next question. And I'm going to share another thing that you'll hear over and over as you work with me in math. Which number is more valuable? So again, we're talking about value, and value is what a number is worth. Right here we have a decimal 4, and I'm going to leave some space here. And then I have decimal 004. Now at first, I know your brain's going to tell you, ooh, I know which one's worth more, the one that takes up more space, and you want to circle it. But please do not do that. The number one rule in math is make it fair. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that when we're working in place value city and with decimals. This first number, decimal 4, only has one digit. Decimal 004 has 1, 2, 3 digits, and that is not fair. When you are working with decimal numbers, you can put zeros behind it to make it fair. And you aren't really changing the value of that number. That is still a 4 on 10th Street. So that is 4 tenths. And this is 4 tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So now when I'm looking at this make it fair and I want to know which one is more valuable, which one has more worth, I have decimal 400 or decimal 004. And those aren't the exact specific pronunciations, but that does help you answer the question. Which one would be worth more, 400 or 4? Well, the answer is 400, and that's how making it fair will help you answer questions with decimal land. And the last type of question, which two has more value? And again, we're looking at value. Wants to know what the number is worth. But it's not asking which one's bigger, 245 or 524. By this point, you know that answer quickly. But it wants to know just about the twos. So I'm going to rewrite my numbers. I have 245. I'm going to leave some space. And I have 524. Well, it wants to know which two has the most value. So I'm going to label my street names again. Ones, tens, hundreds. Well, we've got a 2 on 100th Street, which would be 2, and then we put our placeholder zeros to the decimal. So that 2 is worth 200. And here we have ones, tens, hundreds. But that 2 is on 10th Street, and I'll put my zeros to the decimal, which is after the ones place. So which 2 has more value, the 2 and 245 or the 2 and 524? This 2 is worth 200. This 2 is worth 20. Well, 200 is more valuable than 20. This video will help you with determining the value or finding digits when you are working with place value city.